Team Skills for Process Improvement. Unit 3 of 8, Team Roles and Relationships, Part 3 of 6. Process Action Team, PAT. Number 1. Process Action Team composed of process workers. While a QMC's membership is composed of those managers who own and work on the process, the PAT is composed of the subordinates who are most directly involved in a process that is within a single function, i.e., under the span control of one supervisor or manager. They are the process workers. The QMC charters a PAT on an ad hoc basis when the QMC has identified a specific area or step within the process that needs investigation. Unlike the ESC and QMC, the PAT is a temporary team that comes together to look at a specific issue. The PAT's activities are directed and supported by the QMC that has responsibility for working on the process. A PAT's membership is generally chosen by the QMC and usually numbers 6 to 10 people. Not everyone who could contribute something worthwhile needs to be on the team. Outside experts and advisors can be brought in for consultation. PATs are teams created to satisfy a short-term requirement to help the QMC with data collection and analysis for the establishment of process stability, process capability, and the long-term requirement of continuous process improvement. Ideally, the QMC provides the PAT with a charter or process improvement plan, a process flow chart, a history of past process performance on some output or outcome measurements, and the process performance goal. What the team probably will not have is information on the causes of variation in the outcome. Therefore, one main job of the team is to identify the causes. PAT members, by definition, are in the process, and they are in a good position to identify process impediments, sometimes regarded as problems, in getting the job done. This can usually be done by simple observation, although some measurement may be necessary. 2. Develops measurements. The PAT works closely with the QMC in developing measurements that will provide data to show whether the quality characteristic desired by the customer are being produced. Together, they need to figure out what they should measure and how it should be measured. 3. Collect data. Under the guidance of QMC, they establish clear data collection procedures. The team must not only collect enough data using these measures, but they must be sure to collect the right data that gives a true picture of the performance of the process. After the team has identified and analyzed the data, it is normally their responsibility to make recommendation to remove or reduce special causes of variation and or to report common cause variation to the QMC. It is vital at this point to standardize the process to ensure that all employees understand the new process requirements and perform their tasks in conformance with these requirements. This is a necessary step in establishing process stability and beginning a study of process capability. The stability of the process is dependent upon removing special sources of variation. Because many of these are local to the process itself, PATs are in a unique position to act. However, they must have authority to act on these causes. The authority to act upon causes and impediments will have to be clarified as a part of your quality policy. Delegation of authority to act is very important for the timely control and improvement of quality. Typically, it can be given to teams under the following general conditions. If the action taken can be seen to have no negative effects beyond the, the boundaries outlined in the improvement plan and is thought to improve quality within the boundaries, then authority to act is granted. 4. Identifies and removes problems when authorized. Usually, the charter from the QMC permits the people working in the process to reduce or eliminate local problems within certain boundaries or limits. Many problems are easy for the workers in the process to spot. The PAT is in a position to immediately and easily fix such problems as long as this is communicated to the QMC and the action does not suboptimize the process downstream. 5. Make recommendations to the QMC for improving the system. When the local problems have been reduced or eliminated, the PAT should be able to recommend improvements in the system to the QMC. 6. Documents process analysis and actions. As the primary data collectors, the PAT members should document the process analysis procedures and any actions taken on local problems. Quality improvement team structure. This slide depicts Company X quality improvement team structure. The arrows indicates the links between the teams. 1. Downward linking pin. The downward linking pin is the carrier of information and direction that makes clear what is expected of the team. He or she interprets the charter, helps to remove process impediments, relays requests for resource support, and identifies data collection sources. The downward linking pin should be able to attend meetings as needed. He or she is not the team leader and never participates in team decisions, but instead helps the team when called upon. The downward linking pin has a larger systems view of the effort to improve the process and so must help the team avoid actions that would result in sub-optimization of the system. 2. Upward linking pin. The upward arrow represents the flow of team information back to the chartering group. The team leader usually fulfills the primary role of upward linking pin by reporting results prescribed by the charter. To review, the ESC is responsible for setting strategic quality policy and goals, as well as developing systems improvement. QMCs set process improvement goals, plans, and changes, while PATs are responsible for data collection and process improvement recommendations. The role of teams in the organization. 1. Quality improvement teams support the quality transformation. As we have learned, an infrastructure of quality improvement teams is a critical element for the process improvement activities leading to a quality transformation. 2. Not every effort requires a team. In their enthusiasm about teamwork, and implementing TQM, some organizations have made the mistake of chartering a team for everything that needs attention. Remember that the process improvement team structure serves a very specific purpose, and that teamwork isn't the answer for every issue that comes up. Sometimes what is needed is a policy statement or an executive or middle management level decision. TQM was never intended to replace the chain of command for the day-to-day supervision of work processes and workers. Recognizing when a team is not required is as important as establishing a team structure. 3. Roles must be clearly defined and supported. Leaders should clearly define roles and provide time and resources for the team members to perform these roles. Key roles for teams at all levels: team leader, quality advisor, recorder, and team members. Let's look more closely at the roles and responsibilities of each of these key players.